Alright, what is up guys? NA4 here and welcome back to another movie review, and today we're going to be talking about Five Nights at Freddy's 2, and I'll be letting you guys know my personal thoughts on the film, the good, the bad, the highs, the lows, the yes, the no's, and if you enjoy this kind of content, definitely feel free to drop a like on this video, share the video, subscribe if you haven't already. I would appreciate it. It's free. But yeah, definitely let me know your own personal thoughts on the film in the comment section below. I respond to everything. And yeah, without further ado, ladies and gents, let's hop straight into it. Now, believe it or not, I'll be honest, I'm not the biggest Five Nights at Freddy's fan. Sue me, right? Sue me. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying I dislike it or anything like that. I played the game on the channel here. So if you want to check that out, feel free to do that as well. Um, but yeah, that's kind of what this movie is. It's a lot of fan service and a lot of jump scares. But that's really about it. This movie promised to be bigger than the last one, scarier than the last one. Basically, any complaints that you had about the first movie, this movie promised to fix it. Sorry, excuse me. And it kind of does that to a certain extent. This movie does have more jump scares, and it understands its main attraction, being Freddy Fazbear, Chica, everybody else, all the animatronics. That's what you're coming to see. And that's what this movie does deliver on. You want to see those characters from the game? We're going to deliver that. It's kind of like when you go see Sonic the Hedgehog. Are you going to see Sonic and Friends? Sonic, Tails, Knuckles, Shadow, or are you going to see the human characters? You know? So that's kind of what this movie does shine in, is if you're just going in there wanting to see references, Easter eggs, callbacks to the games and the animatronics, that's what this movie shines in. It's got you in that department. And if I'm being honest, it's not necessarily a movie that I think you need to go out to the theaters to see, unless you are a complete die-hard fan, like you understand all the lore, you played all the games, then yes, go out and watch the movie if you're a big, massive fan. But if you're not, if you're just casual, like myself, you don't really need to go out to the theater to go watch it. You can wait for it to come out on streaming. And I hate to say that because I love going to the movies. I always support, hey, go out to the theaters, because a lot of movies this year have just been bombing. And it's kind of sad to see, but this movie is just, very short and sweet. It's to the point. It's really not that long. Like I remember once the movie just ended, it just ended so abruptly. I was just like, oh, it's over. Okay. The movie isn't necessarily scary either. Like, it does have its suspenseful moments, its little jump scares, but I was never scared while watching this movie. I'm like, if you can handle the Jigsaw movies and the Terrifier films, then you're fine. Like, it's a PG-13 movie. It can only do so much. And people were really hyping it up, saying, oh, it's so much scarier than the first. There's so much, it's a lot scarier. I'm like, I didn't really get that impression. I was like, there's no like massive blood or guts or anything like that. It plays it very safe, very PG-13. And I think that helps it and hurts it, if that makes sense. And what I mean by that is, I mean that's going to help it financially, because all the teenagers, all the kids can go out and watch it. PG-13, you don't need to be accompanied by an adult. Whereas without that R rating, you can only do so much. You can only show so much. So, I mean, I get it. The games weren't extremely gory. They weren't all like bloody and stuff like that. It's all about the jump scares and, keeping you on your toes. And there are certain scenes in the movie where you're just like, oh man, they're going to do it. They're going to do it. And then it just doesn't. It's just very, like I said, it's PG-13, man. Like that, like what are you going to ask for? You kind of know what you're getting there. So whenever you want them to go over the top, show something very gruesome, it just doesn't. It's all about the jump scares. It's all about, the suspense of it all. And I don't know, the human characters just weren't that great to me. I mean, I don't blame Josh Hutcherson. It's not his fault. I think he's a great actor. It's really cool to see him in more stuff. He's being a bit more active now. He's in a show called I Love LA that I'm currently watching, which I think is pretty good. And he's in this as well. So he's been pretty active. I do like that a lot. And it's not necessarily his fault. He's just working with what he has. If you've seen the Hunger Games movies, he's pretty good. There's a character in this movie, Vanessa. She was in the first movie as well. I can't stand this character. I cannot stand this character. I didn't like her that much in the first movie, and in this movie, she's just very secretive. She leaves out very important details that just were why didn't you just simply tell me this? Like, just speak to me. Like, just talk. Why are you being so secretive? Like, you're just making this whole situation 10 times worse. And you guys had McKenna Grace in this movie. I kind of feel like it's a bit of wasted potential there. Shout out to McKenna Grace, man. If you're watching this, man, shout out to her agent. She's booked and busy. She was in Regretting You recently. She's in this right now. She's going to be in the new Scream movie, the new Hunger Games movie. This girl has been booked and busy since she was like 7 years old, 6 years old, dude. And I can respect that. She stays booked and busy. Whether you love her or hate her, you got to give her some form of respect. And yeah, man, I feel like she wasn't really utilized as much in this film. Same thing with Matthew Lillard and Skeet Ulrich. Like, you have Stu Macher and Billy Loomis from the first Scream movie. Iconic. Everybody loves the first Scream movie. You have them together. They're really good friends in real life. I actually just met both of them at Comic Con a few weeks ago. Um, and Matthew Lillard, childhood hero. I love that guy. So I'm like, you guys really didn't give them that much to do in this movie. Like, you guys have Billy and Stu. You guys didn't capitalize on that. That's insane to me. That is absolutely absurd. They go together. Peanut butter and jelly. I mean, like, come on. They go together. They mash very well. Do something with that. You didn't give us any kind of reference, any Easter egg, which is interesting because this movie is 90%, fan service. So why didn't you give us the Scream fan service? Why did you not do that? I don't understand. But like I said, man, if you're just wanting to watch it just for the animatronics, just to see those iconic characters on screen, then yeah, it's a good time. They look very well, so I can appreciate that. But like I said, the movie is a movie that I really did want to like. I really did, but it's just not a great film. Is it the worst movie of the year? Is it bad? No. It's just very mid. It's very average. It's slightly better than the original. Like, in this movie, it hints towards the third movie. I don't know. Right now, the reviews aren't great. It's not, I believe it's actually underperforming at the box office. So I don't know. I do not know. But I'll rank it like a 7 out of 10. It's decent. You don't have to go to the theater to watch it. You can watch it on streaming. It's fine. It's not great. But yeah, man, I'm in A4 and I am out. Peace.